Awake, the morning's gray, the light feels far away. Every thought is heavy, every step a sway. I look at my reflection, a stranger in my eyes. The hope I used to carry has slowly said goodbye. I try to reach for something, but it slips like sand. Every dream I held feels lost in my hand. I forgot how to hold. The world is too dim. Every whisper of love feels distant and thin. I forgot how to hold, but I breathe through the pain. The tears may be quiet, but the hurt still remains. Yet I'm still here, still true. The streets are empty, or maybe I just am. I hear laughter far away, but it doesn't reach my head. I try to remember the warmth of before, but the echoes are hollow and they haunt me more. I whisper to myself, you'll find a way, but the voice is faint and the colors are gray. I forgot how to hope. The world is too dim. Every whisper of love feels distant and thin. I forgot how to hope, but I breathe through the pain. The tears may be quiet, but the hurt still remains. I reach for tomorrow, but it hides from my view. I forgot how to hope, yet I'm still here, still true. Maybe hope is a seed buried deep inside. Maybe it will grow if I just survive. I let the silence speak, I let the night be alone. I forgot how to hold, but I'm learning to be strong. I forgot how to hold, but I noticed the light, even in shadows, even in the night. I forgot how to hold, but I take a breath. wake up in the same room, but it doesn't feel like mine. The mirror shows a stranger with my eyes. I move through every morning like I'm learning how to stand. There's a version of me missing I don't understand. I used to laugh a little louder, used to dream a little more. Now everything feels smaller than it did before. I don't feel like me anymore since you walked out that door. Something quiet changed inside, and I can't find who I was before. I don't feel like me anymore, like my heart's not sure how to beat the way it did before you left, before you closed the door. I wear the same old perfume, but it doesn't linger long. Like even scent memory knows something's wrong. I talk like I'm okay now, I smile when people ask, but underneath the surface I'm fading fast. I gave you parts I needed, I didn't know I could lose. Now I'm searching for the pieces in the quiet of my room. I don't feel like me anymore. There's an echo in my chest, like love took all the colors and left the rest. I don't feel like me anymore. I'm walking through a blur, trying to remember who I was before it hurt. Maybe I loved too deeply, maybe I let you in too far. Maybe when you left, you took my spark. I'm still breathing, but something's gone. I'm still here, but not for long. I don't feel like me anymore, but I'm trying to find a softer way to hold myself this time. I don't feel like me anymore, but maybe that's the truth. Maybe I'm becoming someone stronger than I knew. If I sit with the silence, if I let it be, maybe slowly I'll feel like me again. I used to love the dark, the quiet of the night, but now it feels too heavy when you're not by my side. Your shadow used to dance here across the bedroom wall. Every time I close my eyes, I see you leaving again. So I leave the hallway glowing like you might let me pretend. I'm sleeping with the lights on since you've been gone. Dark feels too honest, too loud, too wrong. I tell myself I'm fine, but I'm not that strong. So I'm sleeping with the lights on. I'm sleeping with the lights on, like it keeps me safe from the emptiness you left in this place. If I let the shadows in, I won't move on. So I'm sleeping with the lights on. feels twice as big now. We used to argue like it mattered, like love was worth the noise. Every word a desperate attempt to fix what we destroy. But somewhere in the silence between what's yours and mine, I felt my voice grow smaller for the very last time. I didn't slam the door, I didn't scream your name. I just felt something in me quietly change. The day I stopped fighting was the day I let you go. Not with anger, not with tears, just a heart that couldn't hold. The day I stopped fighting was the day I understood love can fade without a sound, even when it once was good. You kept explaining distance like it was just a phase, but I was tired of reaching through your colder days. Every will be fine felt thinner than before. I wasn't losing you, I was losing what we were. And when I chose my silence instead of one more plea, that was the moment you stopped choosing me. The day I stopped fighting was softer than you think. No shattered glass, no final words, just something on the brink. The day I stopped fighting was heavy in my chest, not because I hated you, but because I gave my best. Love doesn't always end with a storm in the sky. Sometimes it just runs out of wine. Waited for you to notice the shift, but you didn't feel what I couldn't fix. The day I stopped fighting, I finally felt the truth. You can't hold on to someone who's not holding you. The day I stopped fighting, I learned to walk away. Not because I stopped loving you, but because I couldn't stay. You might not remember the silence that night, but I will always know that's when I gave up the fight. I wake up feeling different, like gravity increased. Every step is slower, even breathing isn't free. My reflection looks familiar, but something's underneath. A weight I can't explain, pressing into me. It's not just missing you, it's more than that. It's carrying the silence on my back. I feel heavy in my own skin, like I don't quite fit within far from me, like she's somewhere I've been. Heavy in my own skin, every thought sinking, and I try to shake it off, but it won't soften this ache I'm living in. I move through conversations like I'm barely there, smiling at the surface, but no one sees the way you left. But it's deeper than a broken heart. It's like I lost direction and don't know where to start. I gave so much away I didn't notice when I stopped feeling light inside my skin. I feel heavy in my own skin, like I'm stuck between who I was with you and who I'm supposed to be. Heavy in my own skin, every memory pulls me in. I carry what we were like a quiet blur I can't escape within. Maybe it's not the heartbreak, maybe it's the truth. I wrap my worth around loving you, and now I'm standing here trying to begin, but I still feel heavy in my own skin. But I'm learning how to stay, not run from the weight or push it away. Heavy in my own skin, but maybe that's the start of slowly finding what's still mine inside this tired heart. The weight is still here, but so am I. And maybe that's enough tonight. The house gets quieter after midnight. Even the walls don't hold me tight. I talk to the ceiling like it understands, but silence just slips through my hands. I used to have someone to tell my fears to. Now they just echo in an empty room. No one hears me at night when the lights go low, when the brave face fades and the cracks all show. No one hears me at night when I break inside, when I say your name and there's no reply. I'm loud in my head, but soft in this world. No one hears me. The phone doesn't ring, the door doesn't move. I sit with the memories I can't remove. I thought love meant being understood, but maybe I was never heard the way I should. Every I'm okay I say in the day turns into truth I can't escape. No one hears me at night when I'm barely strong, when I replay everything wrong. No one hears me at night when I can't pretend. much I tried, and I never knew how much I cried. No one hears me at night, but I'm still here, even in the silence, even in the fear. No one hears me at night, but maybe someday I'll learn to listen to what I couldn't say. If I whisper softer, will someone hear? Or is the dark the only thing near? You wouldn't see it from the outside. I still answer when they call. I still walk like I'm steady, like I'm not about to fall. There's no waves around me, no storm in the sky, but something in my chest won't let me breathe right. It's not loud, it's not fast, it's just a weight that seems to last. I'm drowning without water, sinking without sound, no ocean pulling under, but I'm still going down. I'm drowning without water, in the middle of the room. No one sees the struggle, no one feels the doom. I'm gasping for something I can't explain, drowning without water in my own pain. I smile at the right moments, I nod like I agree, but every word feels distant, like it's not from me. I don't need a shoreline, I don't need a wave, I just need the feeling that I'm safe. But safety feels like a memory, and breathing feels temporary. I'm drowning without water, falling through the air, nothing crashing over me, but I'm still not there. I'm drowning without water, it's quiet and slow, like the deeper I go, the less they know. I'm reaching for something I can't name, drowning without water in invisible rain, in invisible rain. Maybe it's the silence, maybe it's the truth, that I built my whole world around loving you. And now that it's gone, I'm lost in the space, no flood around me, but I can't find my place. I'm fighting without water, but I'm still alive, even when it feels like I barely survive. I'm drowning without water, but maybe someday I'll learn how to float in a different way. No waves, no sea, just gravity and me. It's strange how silence can fill up a room. No voices around me, but my thoughts consume. The clock on the wall sounds heavier now, every second echoing what I won't allow. I used to hide in the quiet, now I can't escape. The things I never said, the love I couldn't save. The quiet is getting louder inside my head, every memory repeating every word you said. The quiet is getting louder, it won't let me rest. It turns into thunder inside my chest. I close my eyes, but it follows through. The quiet is getting louder without you. Without you. The night feels endless, like it's stretching thin. Every thought I buried is rising again. I try to distract it with light, with sound, but the silence always pulls me down. I thought losing you would just mean pain. I didn't know it would rewire my brain. The quiet is getting louder, it won't be still. It whispers doubts against my will. The quiet is getting louder, like it knows my fear, that if I stop moving I'll feel you here. I turn up the music, but nothing's true. The quiet is getting louder without you. Maybe it's not the silence, maybe it's me finally here. What I tried not to see, maybe love was louder than I let it be. Now what's left is just me and me. The quiet is getting louder, but I'm still breathing, even if it feels like I'm barely keeping. The quiet is getting louder, but maybe that's the sign that I can't outrun what's inside my mind. If I say we're dead, if I stay, maybe the noise will fade someday. I practice in the mirror how to look okay. Lift the corners gently, like nothing's wrong today. I answer every question with I'm doing fine, but there's a distance in my voice, even I can't hide. They say I seem much stronger than I was before, but strength can look like silence when you're not sure. My smile doesn't reach me, it fades before it lands. It stays up on the surface, never touches where I stand. My smile doesn't reach me, it's careful and rehearsed. It covers all the cracks but never heals the hurt. I look fine in pictures, I say what I should say, but my smile doesn't reach me these days. I laugh at all the right times, and not like I agree, but somewhere in the background there's a quieter me. She's tired of pretending, she's tired of being brave. She's whispering the truth, I'm trying not to say. You never see it breaking from across the room, but every bright expression fades too soon. My smile doesn't reach me, it stops above my eyes. It never makes it deeper where the real lake hides. My smile doesn't reach me, it's something I perform, a shield against the questions, a shelter from the storm. I walk into the daylight, but I don't feel the same. My smile doesn't reach me since you changed my name. Maybe I forgot how joy is supposed to feel. Maybe I've been acting so long it isn't real. I don't want applause, I don't need to pretend. I just want the inside to match again. My smile doesn't reach me, but I'm learning how to sit with what I'm feeling instead of hiding now. My smile doesn't reach me, but maybe that's okay if I let the truth find its way. One day it might travel through not just my face, but all the way through. Awake and the world feels distant, even the sunlight is gray. Voices pass me unnoticed, like I'm a shadow today. I reach for the moments that I used to feel close, but they slip through my fingers like ghosts I can't hold. I try to call for someone, but my words float by. No one is listening, no one knows why. Everything's far away, even the things I love. Even my own reflection doesn't feel enough. Everything's far away, like I'm standing in the mist, and every small connection is something I missed. I'm here, but not here. I'm alive, but not me. Everything's far away since you left me. The clock keeps ticking, but I don't feel the hours. I stare at the ceiling, powerless and sour. I try to remember laughter, I try to recall light, but it's buried in distance, lost somewhere in the night. I speak, but no echo comes back to me. The world keeps moving, lost of what I love. Everything's far away, but I'm still breathing through. Every step is heavy, but I'm moving too. Everything's far away, but maybe someday I'll learn to feel close again. To the light, to the dance. I read your messages again, but they mean less each time. The words I clung to dearly now blur across the line. I see the love we had, but also all we lost. Everything between the lines feels heavier than the cost. It's not anger, it's not relief, it's something in between. A quiet kind of understanding of what we couldn't keep. Gray between the lines where our memories hide, where I lost my way and where I tried. Gray between the lines where the truth is small, but it tells me everything if I let it fall. I'm learning to read what the silence shows. Gray between the lines is all I know. I used to want answers, I used to demand, but time has a way of softening the sand. I notice the small things, the pauses, the tone, they speak louder than any of the words we've known. It's not regret, it's not despair, it's simply what remains. A quiet understanding through the lingering pains. Gray between the lines where our hearts still speak, where I search for meaning in what we see. Gray between the lines I begin to see that not all is lost, even if it feels empty. I read between the lines and I slowly find fragments of myself I thought I left behind. The edges are blurry, the ending's unclear, but I feel something growing in the quiet. The edges are blurry, the ending's unclear, but I feel something growing in the quiet here. Maybe healing isn't sudden, maybe it's slow, a gentle recognition of the pain I know. Gray between the lines where I learned to stay, where the hurt still lingers but less each day. Gray between the lines I can finally breathe. It's still heavy but lighter than it used to be. The grace and sadness, it's something in between. A place where I notice what I've seen. I wake to the same gray sky, the one that never seems to change. I drag myself through mornings, feeling lost inside this cage. The memories are heavy, but I've learned to carry slow. Every step is cautious, but at least I know I go. I'm not okay, I'm not alright, but I can see a softer light I'm still tired of tomorrow, but I'll face it anyway. Even if it feels empty, even if it's gray, I'm still tired of tomorrow, but I won't close my eyes. The night is long, but I can survive. The haze. I'm still tired of tomorrow, but I'm not afraid. I keep the lights low, I keep my voice soft. I've learned to protect what's left inside the loft. The hurt is still here, it whispers in the night, but I notice small things that feel almost right. The pain is present, but it doesn't rule. I take a breath, I bend, I don't break. I'm still tired of tomorrow, but I'll face it anyway. Even if it's quiet, even if I sway, I'm still tired of tomorrow, but I'll carry on. Even through the shadows, even until dawn, I'm moving carefully through what's left to do. I'm still tired of tomorrow, but I'm still. Maybe healing is subtle, maybe it's slow. A whisper of courage, a flicker to grow. I don't need fireworks, I don't need cheer, just a small reminder that I'm still here. I'm still tired of tomorrow, but I can face today, one step at a time, in my own way. But I breathe and I stand. The world is heavy, but I'm still in command. Tomorrow feels heavy, but I'll reach too. I'm still tired, but I'm still moving too. I wake but don't feel awake. The morning drags me slow. Every step is heavy, and I don't wanna go. The sky is pale, the walls are close. I move through silence, but it's morose. I try to find a reason to get out of bed, but every thought is tangled inside my head. Breathing feels optional, like the air doesn't stay, like every inhale just drifts away. Breathing feels optional, but I still try to live, even when the weight refuses to give. I move through shadows, I stumble through light. Breathing feels optional in this endless night. The world is still turning, but I feel stuck. I smile at nothing and I barely look. The sounds around me seem faint and far. Even laughter feels distant, like a broken star. I whisper to myself, you'll make it through, but the words are hollow, like I barely knew. Breathing optional, but I keep moving slow. Even when the burden refuses to go, I reach for something, but it's not there. Breathing feels optional, but I still care. Surviving quietly is the only leak. I take one more breath, I let it linger. I'm still alive, even if tired of living. Breathing feels optional, but I'll try again. Step by step through the pain. Darkness refuses to leave. One breath, then another. I'm still here. I'll discover. I sit in the same chair. The walls haven't changed. I've counted the cracks and memorized the stains. Every morning feels heavy, every breath a chore. I'm still here, still moving, but I'm not sure what for. I don't fight it anymore, I just let it be. The weight of staying sits inside of me. The weight of staying is heavier than leaving. Every step feels longer, even when I'm breathing. The weight of staying pulls me to the floor. I keep my heart alive, but it aches all the more. I'm here but distant, I'm present but not free. The weight of staying is the only company. The world keeps spinning, but I feel suspended. The past presses on me even when it's ended. I smile for the moments I answer their calls, but inside I'm hollow behind these walls. I've stopped pretending strength, I've stopped the fight. The weight of staying is my quiet night. The weight of staying is heavier than leaving. Every thought feels distant, every heartbeat grieving. The weight of staying is slow, relentless, true. I keep surviving even when I feel through. I'm here but absent, I'm moving through the gray. The weight of staying is all I can weigh. Maybe staying is courage, maybe staying is fear. Maybe staying is the only way to make sense here. One more breath, one more day. The weight is heavy, to carry it, even in unrest. The weight of staying is part of the climb. I'm still here, one step at a time. I stay, I breathe, I endure. I'm still here. I walk through the rooms I know, but they feel strange today. Every corner, every shadow seems to have drifted away. The walls whisper memories that don't belong to me. Even familiar faces hold some mystery. I thought I'd find comfort in what I once called mine, but the world has shifted and I'm left behind. Nothing feels like home, even where I've been. Even the laughter feels thin within. Nothing feels like home. The places, the sounds, all the anchors are nowhere to be found. I reach for something, but it slips like sand. Nothing feels like home since you left my hand. I carry old photographs, but they don't feel real. The smile's frozen in time, can't teach me how to heal. I try to make spaces mine, but they resist the claim. The echoes of the past still whisper your name. I thought I could return to what I've always known, but every familiar place feels like a foreign home. Nothing feels like home, even where I've slept. Even the quiet feels like secrets kept. Nothing feels like home. I wander alone, trying to remember where I belong. I reach for something, but it drifts away. Nothing feels like home since yesterday. Maybe home isn't a place, maybe it's a state of mind. Maybe I've been chasing a shadow I can't find, but I feel something stirring, a tiny spark inside. Even when the world feels empty and wide, nothing feels like home, but I'm learning to stay. Even if it's lonely, even if it's gray, nothing feels like home. But maybe that's the start of finding my own rhythm inside my heart. The walls don't comfort, the streets don't call, but I'll keep walking, and maybe that's all. The night is quiet, but I don't feel alone. The heaviness is still here, but I've learned to hold my own. The tears I once carried are lying in the past. I don't need them now to tell me what I like. It's not that I'm healed, it's not that I'm free. It's just that I'm learning to just be me. I don't cry anymore, even when it hurts inside. I breathe through the silence. I let the pain reside. I don't cry anymore, but I feel it still. I carry my heart, and I always will. I stand a little taller, I walk a little slow. I don't cry anymore, but I let it go. The world still feels heavy, the morning's still gray, but I notice the moments that help me find my way. The past is still present, but it doesn't control. I'm moving forward slowly, piece by fragile piece of soul. I'm not pretending joy, I'm not claiming light. I'm just learning to hold the night. I don't cry anymore, even when shadows fall. I keep my heart open. I answer the call. I don't cry anymore, but I'm learning to see the smallest flicker of hope inside me. I move through the darkness, but I'm not afraid. I don't cry anymore. I face each day. Maybe strength is subtle, maybe healing is slow, maybe just surviving is the only way to grow. I take one breath, I take one step. I don't cry anymore, but I'm not done yet. I don't cry anymore, but I feel the world is heavy, but I start to heal. I don't cry anymore, even when it hurts inside. I carry my heart, and I keep it alive. I don't cry, but I'm still here, breathing, learning, facing fear. I lie awake again, the ceiling stares back at me, familiar in its silence, like it always seems to be. I trace the cracks above, I count the quiet lines. They've watched me crumble, they've heard my silent cries. No one else sees it, no one else knows, but the ceiling remembers every high and low. The ceiling knows my name, it knows the weight I bear. It holds my secrets even when no one's there. The ceiling knows the name, and it does I trudge and trudge, I talk to nothing, and it talks back in the quiet room where I unpack. The hours stretch endlessly, but I feel a small peace. It doesn't fix the pain, but it grants release. I whisper my regrets, I speak of all I lost. The ceiling holds them gently, without counting the cost. No applause, no comfort, no one calls my bluff. But the ceiling is patient, even when it's tough. The ceiling knows my name, it knows my weary heart. It listens without question, even when I fall apart. The ceiling knows my name, it sees the quiet fight. It watches me survive, even in the night. I talk to nothing, and it answers in kind. The ceiling knows my name, and it stays behind. Maybe strength is silent, maybe courage is small. Maybe just being here is the bravest of all. I breathe, I lie, I stare, I'm still learning to care. And something knows my name, and somehow so do I. The ceiling knows my name, and I start to know mine. I hold the quiet and I take my time. The ceiling knows my name, it's not empty, it's home, a place to be seen. Even when I'm alone, I look above, I breathe again. The ceiling knows, and so do I. The room is still, almost too still. Even the clock seems to pause. I move through the silence like I've forgotten the cause. No one speaks, no one calls, but the weight remains. I hear my own heartbeat echo through my veins. I've stopped fighting, I've stopped pretending, but the quiet whispers it's not the ending. Too quiet to be okay. The silence lingers on. It doesn't soothe, it doesn't move me along. Too quiet to be okay, even though I'm alive. I feel the emptiness and still I survive. I try to reach for something, but nothing replies. Too quiet to be okay, but I open my eyes. I thought stillness would comfort, I thought peace would come. But quiet feels hollow, like a song left undone. The shadows are patient, the air tastes slow, and I trace the empty spaces of the world I used to know. No one hears the whispers, no one feels the weight, but I keep existing even if it's light. Too quiet to be okay. Even in the soft light small things, a flicker, a sound, too quiet to be okay. But I'm still around. Maybe quiet isn't empty. Maybe it's a chance to breathe and to notice a new circumstance. I'm still fragile, I'm still small, but I hear my heartbeat and I answer the call. So quiet to be okay, but I can start to feel. Even in the silence I notice what's real. Too quiet to be okay, but I'm learning to stand. Even in beauty moments I reach out my hand. The quiet lingers, but I'm still here. Too quiet to be okay, but I persevere. The walls are closing in again. I wander through familiar space. The echoes of my thoughts repeat every corner, every face. I sit among my scattered things. Each one tells a tale of laughter, love, and sorrow, of times I tried and failed. I feel the weight, but I notice the shape of my own mind in the spaces I escape. Lost in my own room, but I'm starting to see the patterns I've been following, the pieces of me. Lost in my own room, but I reach for the light. Even in the shadows, even in the night, I walk through the silence. I hear my own name. Lost in my own room, but I'm not the same. The ceiling above me watches, it holds my whispered fears. The floor beneath remembers the weight of all these years. I trace the outlines of memories, I let them fall. I start to understand I'm still here after all. The room is small, but it holds my view. I'm learning the edges, what is true. Lost in my own room, but I'm seeing the lines, the walls that confine me now define my mind. Lost in my own room, but I breathe in slow. I notice the quiet and let it flow. I walk through the silence, I hear my own name. Lost in my own room, and I'm not the same. Being lost is heavy, being lost is slow. But in this quiet, I start to know the weight I carry, the fear I hide, the space I occupy, the tears I cried. Lost in my own room, but I feel a spark, a small sense of knowing, a tiny mark. Lost in my own room, but I see the way. Even in the darkness, there's a place to stay. I walk through the silence, I call my own name. Lost in my own room, but I'm disappears. The night still lingers, but I feel a small spark, a whisper of comfort in the quiet and dark. I breathe a little deeper, I notice the air, the weight still sits, but I start to care. It's not a miracle, it's not a flame, it's just the beginning, and I call its name. Healing, slow, it's unseen, it's soft, it's subtle, it's everything in between. It's fragile and real, it's learning to breathe and learning to feel. I take one step, then another one too. Is what I can do. The scars are still present, the past isn't gone, but I see my reflection and it's not all wrong. The walls no longer trap me, the silence feels mild, I cradle my spirit like a tired child. It's not sudden joy, it's not a cure, it's noticing the moments that quietly